Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Bone Podcast, where we discuss all things crypto markets. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Memecoins, and of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to talk about the market-wide dump amidst DeepSeek and FOMC fears. We're going to talk about some big announcements coming out of Jupiter. We're going to talk a little bit about the abstract launch coming later today. We got a full house in the building. We got Easy, Clemente, Kicks, Signal. Tons of fun over the weekend. Kicks, how you feeling? I saw you were making some plays.
Feeling good, man. Feeling phenomenal. Went to sleep early last night. Said, let's get like a solid 8 hours banked. Wake up early. Hit 2-3 kettlebell exercises. Nothing too serious. Third cup of cold brew. I haven't had my first in of the day yet. I'm feeling great. Good weekend. You know, felt a little stupid over the weekend. Made some stupid money. You know what I'm saying?
Have you
and yeah, frankly, I don't give a shit that the stock market and crypto is dumping a little bit, because guess what? I got some cash. I'd like to buy Bitcoin at 75 grand. If it goes back down to 75 grand, I'll nibble on some more Bitcoin.
We won't get 75K.
Shut up, dude. You know nothing.
We won't get 75K.
Why not?
Too low.
Okay, 76.
Won't get 76K.
Okay, 77.
Won't get 77.
How about you tell me the low? That'd be quicker.
Huge if we don't hold like 96, 97K, then it's like 87. That's the absolute lowest.
I just heard you saw the Arthur Hayes post.
No.
Yeah, he called for like 75. That's just the reason why I pulled it.
I think it's too low. Like, dude, that's a 25% drop right now, and we already got this sell down. The bigger thing here, I mean, dude, if you look at FOMC like speculation too, they're now pricing in 2 rate cuts instead of 1. So like on top of that, you're getting that. We just printed another 250 mils in stables, which means money printer is slightly back on. So for me, it's also just like, dude, the president is like baselining his entire thesis on the price of Bitcoin. Like, why would we not want to think the price isn't going to go back up? You know?
Yeah, I'm not worried. I was just saying in general, if the worst case scenario is that something drops to where it was a month and a half ago, I'll just buy.
Yeah, you buy the shit out of it.
Yeah, I'll take it as a huge buying opportunity. So I'm not worried either way. But yeah, had some fun in the trenches this weekend. Right, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Sig. How about you? How was your weekend? It's been a bit.
I had so much fun. Honestly, this weekend. It was funny because last night I was like going to bed and I was thinking, what meme coins am I going to sleep on? Like who? Like I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning. Some of these will be down. Some of these will be up. And there were some real cooks yesterday. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to close most of these. And I cooked on FAFO, and Stupid. That was good. But I closed.
Let's go.
Yeah, I love Stupid. Stupid, I bought, then I sold. And then when I saw it rally, I was like, I hate myself. I'm buying it again. So I bought in like much higher than I would have liked. But I closed that when I went to sleep. And I was like, I have faith in Donald Trump that if I go to sleep, when I wake up, I'll still be up. So I missed
If you heard the paper hand I had on Stupid, Sig, if you heard the paper hand I had on Stupid, you'd be disgusted.
Where did you get in?
Diabolical. 220K.
And then where did you get out?
I sold at like basically the whole ride up until its first 16 mil peak. So I mean, I ended up making like a 6-7x, but I left about 1,000 SOL on the table.
Jesus. But anyone, to be honest, anyone who held that bag when he sent that tweet, you're all like, I'm like, I don't know what you were taking, but it was hard, man. I saw the numbers go down when he sold the tweet and I was like, puking, initials, take them. And then it carried on puking. And then I was like, right, I'm out. I don't care. And then when I saw it go back up, I was like, okay, yeah. Like the coin's going to do what the coin's going to do. So I'm really happy anyway. So to answer your question, right, I cooked this weekend and yeah, feels good. Feels good on a Monday.
Yeah, love to see it. I traded Stupid almost perfectly. Every time I entered, I sold for like at least a 50% gain. So did well there. I was showing Kicks because I think you had just conviction, Kicks. I think your conviction was like feeding me on Stupid. Like anytime it was getting ready to break out, I was like, okay, let's channel some of Kicks's energy here. He's like, Kicks is going like Stupid to $1 billion. This is like the dumbest coin ever. Tons of conviction. So love that. You held through that first dip, didn't you?
Yeah. I kind of wrote it off. I was like,
there's a madman. There's the madman I was talking about.
But I also can feel the price without checking it. like in the spiritual energy world. So like when I woke up in the morning, I didn't even look at the price and I was like, it's not good. I knew it wasn't good. And then I like didn't look at Discords where I knew people were going to be scanning it. I was just like, and so I didn't check it until 12 o'clock. So you can see 12 o'clock is where it started fucking running. And so I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, let's go. And then I exercise. I like to practice a little mental illness. So at 1 o'clock, I said, why didn't I buy more at 5 million? Just to, when it dipped again, just to practice mental illness, because you need to train your brain against mental illness. And then I sold a teensy little bit at 50 million. Then I practiced some more mental illness, and I was like, why didn't I sell the full stack at 50 million and then buy back in at 20 million? And yeah, so I'm just going to hold this either to 0 or 500 million. We'll see.
I love that. You're pretty much fully allocated. You're not dumping more into this chart at this point.
No. I have like sell 10% at 84.69 million.
Yeah, I set a limit buy this morning or last night before bed at like 14.5 mil, and it hit. And like, unluckily, I woke up and like rolled over at like 3:30 in the morning. Like, let me just check my phone. It was like Telegram message, your buy order. I was like, oh no, did it crash? And I was like, no, you're up 70%. I was like, well, sell, go back to bed.
Oh, nice. You hit a little swing trade.
Yeah.
Overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it wicked back up to 30.
When it wicked down here. Yeah. And I sold it back at like, it was like 14 to 25 or something.
Nice, dude. You're kind of in your element lately, I feel like.
I mean, I'm not in the zone very often, so I'm gonna try to take advantage of this like as much as possible right now. Just not clicking as many buttons, but sizing into plays I think are going to move on volume. It's kind of been.
I feel like your aura. You have like a more alpha aura over the past week.
Yeah, well, when you post wins on the timeline, that does give that that thought. Yeah, but we got a lot to talk about today. Who wants to handle the weather report? Is it going to be you, Signal?
Yeah, sure. Let me get the tabs ready. Okay, let's get that music.
He always just hit you out of the blue. You can't even tab over. You know?
I know. But let's get into it. On Monday, January 27th, it's already the end of the month. Where did it go? Looking at the crypto roundup, the majors, they just crashed overnight before bouncing this morning. Bitcoin just over 100K. Ethereum is at 3,100, just being that stable coin. And Solana is at 232, doing extremely well. Over the past 24 hours, top 3 stories were firstly, the crypto and equity markets absolutely dumped overnight as more than 900 million, which is liquidated in the last 24 hours. The catalysts include a new Chinese AI product called DeepSeek, competing with OpenAI, as well as concerns regarding the FOMC meeting later this week. Next up on the meme coin front, we've got major announcements came from Jupiter out of Istanbul over the weekend. Jupiter acquired a majority stake in the Moonshot meme coin trading platform and burned 3 billion Jupe tokens. Jupe is up 11% on the week to $1 to over $1. And then finally, Abstract Day. It's set to launch later today. Users will be directed to create an Abstract global wallet and have access to a discovery page with a curated set of apps built just for Abstract. We're playing it back to earlier this year. That is all for the weather report. It is back to you in the studio.
Excellent weather report as always, Signal. A lot to unpack, a lot of news over the weekend. It wasn't all bearish like the price is telling us. I love to just kind of start on the market crash and like why this happened. Is it all due to this DeepSeek? Is it FOMC? Is it a mix of the two? And like what we're expecting for the rest of the week. Easy. I'd love to hear your takes on like the macro right now and like how you're thinking.
We're fucked, Ray. I don't know. To be honest, like, and I know we work with DYDX, so we'll dive into those charts for the crypto stuff, but I want to talk about the equities market first, because that is where we are seeing some interesting price action. A couple weeks ago, we talked briefly on some of this stuff for like NASDAQ. We have a few gaps here, which I like to cover. Gaps in the NASDAQ need to be filled. That's what we always see. This yellow line is where we're trading pre-market. So we're going to fill this top gap. We still have one slightly lower, around 20K. So you still have like a 5% red opportunity on NASDAQ. The S&P, we're trading pre-markets directly in this yellow line. So we're going to get 2 gap fills on that. The bigger thing here that I look at is DXY is still red. So despite the tech crunch we're seeing, you're still getting a lot of negative dollar action, which usually indicates risk on assets could be at play. Bigger thing here is we have tech earnings this week. So that'll be very indicative. If tech earnings are good, we should see a nice rally on NASDAQ. If they're bad, should see a more substantial sell-off. You have FOMC on Wednesday. People are speculating it could be hawkish, which in turn means that there might not be more rate cuts. I looked at Polymarket, though. Odds for rate cuts have moved from 1 at 30% to 2 at 25% now, and 1 only being 21%. So we're basically guaranteeing at least 1, and now the speculation is if we get 2 cuts. We get 2 cuts, that's a good sign. So that's kind of where my head's going on this. When it comes to the overall cryptos and what that looks like here, let me just pull up a couple more charts, because most of the charts are sitting at support. So like if I'm looking at the market right now, I'm probably a buyer for a lot of this stuff. Just purely on the back of that. Like I also look at these squiggly lines that we drew for Bitcoin. So we have these white lines, and it is kind of trading along this path. So like a lot of people might be pissed, but I think we could chop most of February, push back to 103, down to 98. And that's kind of like scary for many people, not making a new high before we blow out late longs here on the attempt for a new high, and then finally rally going.
Well, head fake low, shake them out a little bit.
Yep.
You've done that move in basketball before.
Exactly. Then we get a real nice push here on the 4 hour. So like that's kind of the action I'm seeing going into the end of the year. That's what I think could happen. Granted, this could all be invalidated if we don't hold this blue line, which is 93K, and you want to get back above 104. So
easy. You had your cards ready to rumble, dude.
Yeah, US 76Ks all the way down here at the 0.5. So I think we like that's why I said 83, 86.
Arthur Hayes has been off this cycle anyways, easy. I would take his stuff with a little bit of a grain of salt. He said with
I think anything down here. Anything down here is a buy.
We just
Arthur Hayes is washed.
He's washed, bro.
We just set a record for most consecutive days closing over 100K. That's in danger today. We're at 10 days in a row over 100K on Bitcoin.
I think we can close over 100K. We're still higher lows. Like you still have this downtrend intact, but we're actually holding higher lows here. So until we break on ETH under 2,900, the ETH chart looks like it's somehow surviving. Sol tried to break back above this blue line, which is the 233. That's 786. If we don't, we dip back to 209, but then the uptrend is still intact. Like we had a nice blow off the uptrend where this trend line is still holding. Basically, this trend line holds all the way down to 200. As long as 200 holds going into February, I think we remain in a bull market, at least a bull trend. Not quite. Like we're in a bull market for sure.
Easy. I've got 2 questions for you, right? Number one, what was your so like those two things that have happened? We've had 3 really big sell-offs in AI this month. So there was a good sell-off when we had the bankless debacle. Then there was a good sell-off the other day because of the Trump coin. Now we have another sell-off in AI because of DeepSeek. Like, what's interesting is that the AI token market is not really following what is happening in the macro news, which is continuous bullish announcements around AI and development. And now we've seen, like with DeepSeek, that sort of like scared the market. You said this is a potential buy in this region. What are you thinking about here?
I mean, if I'm buying stuff right now, it's Jupe and Radium. That's about it. I bought those 2, and then I also bought another meme coin, like in pretty substantial size, called GoFundMeme.
I saw that one.
Yeah, Pump Fund competitor, where they're giving all fees back to users. They're not keeping any fees. So like if Pump Fund has made $500 million and you think a competitor can gain 10% market share, that's huge. That's 50 mil back to the community. So like my thesis is pretty simple. If you think a competitor can gain 5 to 10% of market share, which would be 25 or 5 to 10%, yeah, 25 to $50 million, and the market cap's trading at 37 million, it's underpriced. So like even if I bought at 50 mil, so I'm down right now, but I'm still like, this feels underpriced just purely because of that. Like right now, my entire bet and thesis is like, I would rather be the house in the current market while volume's still high. So Radium, as every pump fund graduates, Jupiter just acquired Moonshot, which is currently the #1 mobile app for meme coin trading.
Yeah, wild. Haven't seen an M&A in a while, you know?
Beautiful, beautiful buy by them.
Beautiful M&A, dude.
And then on top of that, they went ahead and they burned 3.6 billion Jupe and announced that fees from everything besides perps will go back to a 50% buyback on Jupiter's coin. So like,
and Meow hasn't said
ALP.
anything racist in 3 months. So it's like, you know,
Yeah,
at the
dude, he's
warehouse
60
when it's
days
like
clean of racism.
yeah,
Like,
it's
that's
like
impressive.
no accident. You have like the little thing. Like we haven't had an accident in the warehouse in 60 days.
It says Meow has not been racist in 61 days, and now like we're just waiting to see if they pull that ticker off the wall. But no, in all honesty, like it's a good thing right now that we're seeing from Jupe. Where at first I was like, why would I buy Jupe? And they made the claim extremely tiresome when you have a lot of wallets. So I haven't claimed my airdrop yet, like at all. So like turns out that was a nice move, and I bought 6 figures of Jupe on Saturday after they announced the Moonshot acquisition. So like that was a big swing, just because I had like 2 thoughts on it. I was like, they announced fee buyback, and they acquired the #1 mobile app right now for meme coins in a meme coin market. I was like, if they're announcing this on Saturday and they have one more full day, they're not going to go out Sunday with like light announcements. Like they have to now one up this huge Saturday, and they did. Like they did. They had OmniNet also on Saturday, and then that was it. The fees got announced Sunday, and then they burned $3.6 billion worth of Jupiter. So like one of the largest on-chain burns ever. And I was like, okay, these guys obviously are aware of the price and are about to do everything they can to get Jupiter's price in line with Radium, which has been just eating their lunch on the meme coin arena. So I was like, yeah, let's take a bet on
bully's eating your lunch. You come with a knife.
yeah. Clemente, as a kid who was bullied frequently as a child, did you do that?
Yeah, you always got to roll with a knife.
Okay.
Always.
Okay.
I haven't heard
Even
from you
those
much.
Chilean elementary
ninja
schools.
sword, you know, it's the intimidation.
Yeah.
You know,
Easy. So I bought a bag of Ray back in November because you kept going on about it, and I was like, okay, Easy keeps going on. This is not the first time he's mentioned
Congrats.
it. So no. It wasn't that much. Radium back in November was like $5. I want to say.
Was it 5? I thought it was way lower than that.
I think I got around like just under 5 or around there. So I'm good with my Radium bag. But where do you think this goes? Given you got the acquisition news now, $20. Oh, this was my second follow-up. So Jonah's tweet on the weekend seemed to have just like blown controversy on the timeline because he says that he doesn't think Base has the support that he needs for tokens, and then you had the virtuals move going over to Solana. What's your take on that whole thing? Like Base over. Dead Solana, like
Base is not dead. They're so aware. They're so aware that they're getting absolutely kicked in the dick right now that you have Jesse doing street interviews to try to gain traction. Like that's the thing is like this man is trying to do something. Base is definitely aware. The virtuals move though is they're doing a virtual pair. So like virtuals token is probably a buy right now if you think AI agents aren't going anywhere, and virtuals has the reputation that it does. So like virtuals looks interesting. But I'm still buying Jupiter and I'm still buying Radium instead of that because like liquidity pairs still differentiate at the core there. So like that's where I'm still significantly more interested. You're still going to have swaps going through the two and liquidity pools being created on those. And this is like my whole thesis is like basically when Meteora drops the MET token, that's actually probably when I'll like look to scale a little bit out of Radium regardless of where the price is, because Meteora is like doing very well with some new token launches. And I think more people are going to use the Alpha Vault, and Meteora actually has mind share on other chains. Like Kix used the Meteora launch for Tokido. So like that's where I'm like, this is Moonshot. Their back end's Meteora. Their liquidity pool's Meteora. So they use the same thing where it's like that's more of a switch up there until that's launched. Radium goes higher, Jupiter goes higher. It's purely like if you want to bet the house, you become the on-chain casino yourself and focus on what the infrastructure plays are.
Yeah.
Nick, good to see you. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead. Let's give him a
Nick, good to see you this morning. I saw your reports on the
eyes. He's been up for 15 minutes.
Kick says, let him give him an intro and then proceed us to speak over literally the intro. Let's try that again.
Okay.
Hey, are you on the right audio? Intro.
Oh my God.
Are you on the right audio?
I think you might be on the wrong mic. But anyway, Nick, you were reporting on the Market Dump Live last night. I'm curious as to what your thoughts are on what caused it and where we could be going from here.
Hello?
You're good now.
Yeah, you're good. It just sounds very faint.
Does it sound faint now?
Something just sounds off.
Put it a little more in your mouth.
Okay.
Yes. A little bit more.
For people just listening, Nick just consumed his mic.
Oh, I know what to do.
All right.
How does that sound?
It's literally
A
the
little
same.
better.
Fine. It's
How
fine.
does that sound?
Nick, you're great. It's good. There's no complaints here. You're good to go.
Hey, so what was the question there, Ray?
Nick, you were reporting live on the crypto market dump last night. I saw your videos. What are your thoughts on what caused it, and where are we going from here?
I mean, this whole situation is getting out of control here, Ray. Look, has the AI game changed forever? You know, I downloaded, and I recommend people do this. There's a software called Olama, and you can basically run language learning models on your or language.
Yeah,
It's language learning
large
models.
language models.
Large language models, blah, blah, blah. Large language models on your local computer. You download it, you start it up, no effort whatsoever, and you can select which model you end up running. This is a great way to see how efficient these models are at this point in time, and the fact that you can run it on your computer. You can also turn off the internet, not connect to the internet while you're running that. So it's running on your computer.
It's beautiful.
That's one of the starting points that I recommend, and I've been experimenting with these things, just trying to figure out, get my head around this entire situation, because as everyone knows, your head can wrap around objects. So the thing that I was thinking here is, man, this feels like an overreaction. Like,
Massive overreaction. Absolutely massive overreaction.
like, yes, obviously it's disruptive. The fact that China is involved in the disruption is scary. But we've known that China's been deep in the AI game for a long time. Now they're just demonstrating that. And here's the crazy thing. They're not that far ahead.
Yeah.
I don't know, for those of you that know, they run in Africa, all the stoplights are run by China. Weird.
They own most
weird
of the
thing.
infrastructure. You can actually there's a US stock you can buy that's like Chinese owned infrastructure in South Africa. I forget what the ticker is.
Well, as part of this, they have all the cameras set up across Africa in order to train some of these models. At the end of the day, it's about data and how much of it you have in order to train the models that you're creating. Tesla's pretty big in this space, I think, with all of their car data, driver data. I think that there are a variety of factors here, but the ability to they've come up with a more efficient model in terms of doing it, but I feel like it's built on the back of all of the progress that's been done in the space so far. Easy, you got your hand raised. What do you think?
Have you used DeepSeek yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have.
I wasn't
Not
like terribly impressed.
It's not crazy. It just has a slightly better reasoning wrapper around the LLM.
A little bit better logic, but like if you ask it who the president of the US is right now, it just says Joe Biden.
Well, the biggest
So,
thing,
like, there's definitely some dated stuff to it.
the biggest thing is that people are freaking out that it's open source and it's so good. So it's like open source and it's as good as ChatGPT or Claude. But I just think that like the market's overreacting. Everyone's overreacting because most people just don't understand the AI space in general and how it's working and how it's evolving. Meaning people keep saying all these companies are spending billions of dollars on AI, right? But China comes out and only spent 6 million on this model and it's ahead. What people are misunderstanding is where the money getting spent on AI is going. It's going into CapEx. It's not going into hiring people. CapEx is warehouses, hardware, right? So like when you hear Facebook is spending $60 billion on CapEx for AI this year, that means they're buying GPUs. That means they're building warehouses, right? It's not $60 billion going to build an open source model. That's what people aren't understanding. And there is a term that I learned last night. So
is it in Chinese? You're going to say it in Chinese there, Kix?
No, it's the paradox of when things get more efficient, they are used more, and it's called the Jevons paradox. And that's what everybody
I saw that going viral.
Yeah,
I saw a pump fund on that. It's actually at a 1.69 million market cap.
Oh, That's good. But yeah, basically everyone's freaking out and they're saying, oh, like basically are people spending way more on CapEx than they need to because the models are just going to get more efficient. But it's just like the internet. As the internet got faster, it wasn't used less, it was used more. So I think everyone's just overreacting in a big way to
Huge
that.
overreaction.
Huge. Like it's such a big overreaction.
Is that really the ideal chart for this on a macroeconomic basis here?
Yeah, it's sort of it's the same thing as like when people are like, oh, the roads are overcrowded in LA, so we need to build a bigger highway. And you build a bigger highway and there's the same amount of traffic because all it does is it means more people move to LA.
It's when you go move into a larger place, but the price doubles and you're
by the way, bottoms in. Calling it now on the stock market. Bottoms in.
Yeah, I would say it rallies after this. Smart people,
both gaps. Beautiful.
Smart people like fear. Smart people like fear because it makes everybody dump their stocks, and then the smart people buy the stocks. So I don't know why everyone's overreacting. Once again, it's not like this is an insane leap forward. If anything, it's great because it's open source. You can download it on your computer. For the first time in internet history, you can access swaths of information and data without having your own data harvested and sold.
Generational bottom with a picture of Clemente twerking.
Yeah.
Volatility is a gift to the faithful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to the great Michael Saylor.
Yeah. And this is bullish for AI agents. Bullish for AI agents because like this is like them just getting a little upgrade in their brain, you know, a little.
So, Kix, can you explain then why the AI market, like the crypto side, is selling off so much? Because I see this as, I mean, I was asking Easy earlier, but I see this as bullish news that we now have progressed in the right direction, but like tokens are selling off. People don't like this. Like,
well,
what's your take on
most
that?
people are like Memecoin paper handlers. Like they're holding AI because they want to get like a 6x in 2 weeks. They're not holding AI Memecoin like AI coins right now on like a long-term thesis. So actually I think there's probably good buying opportunities here. But the counter thing signal is just like DeepSeek came out and lapped all of the other models. We're going to see probably the same thing in crypto, meaning that like if you're buying AI infra plays like ARK, the likelihood that some scrappy 2-person startup can come and launch a new token that's better, right? That's why I said that I think a lot of the AI stuff is like great trades, but there's so much innovation that it's hard to find the great long-term investments, right? You know what I'm saying?
So, okay. The short answer is because it still correlates with the NASDAQ in some way. And that's what was going on. That's the short answer. And is that a good thing that it correlates with the NASDAQ? Well, the Bitcoiners wouldn't like to acknowledge that because I thought this is the digital gold. Yet when things go down, this goes down too. Weird. So I guess it's not the digital gold. Pio's not here to defend against that.
You're probably activating him. He's probably sprinting to his computer right now.
So
oil, right?
So that correlation is actually one of the biggest issues at this point. That's all that's going on here, Signal.
And Signal also like AI XBT, right? Like Jonah actually made a good point in December where he said he was more interested in like basically summing up that like he's more interested in plays like AI XBT than like AI infra in crypto. Point being is that like plays like that will just benefit from technological improvements instead of being usurped by technological improvements, right? Like if you're investing in things that are more like AI consumer, those things will benefit from innovative improvements versus like if you're putting money into an AI infra play, those things have potential to maybe get lapped and stuff like that. But for example, like a framework like ELIZA, right? ELIZA can hook into any LLM, right? So like anything built on ELIZA can now just hook into via Hugging Face's DeepSeek. So they all just get like a brain upgrade essentially. So but a lot of people are just like buying AI because someone else told them to buy AI, and then they see like, you know, AI's price is down, so they're panicking, they're selling, and they're going over to meme coins. There's a lot of reasons why AI in crypto got blown up a little bit. One is it accelerated so fast in December, and it's like the first right curve alt play that we've seen in a long time that worked out well. And then Trump kind of dropped a nuke and dragged the whole alt sector back to the left curve. And now I think is creating an opportunity in AI tokens and stuff like that for when I do think it eventually moves back to right curve alts.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think like, no, sorry, just gonna say this point. Like, I totally agree with you, Kicks. I just needed someone to like validate that because this move does not make any sense. Also, as well, it's open source. So if it was closed, I could understand why people would be freaking
that'd be
out.
More
but if you have an open source framework, that means anyone can basically, like you're saying, have that scrappy team or just like plug and play from DeepSeek's code. So okay, cool. That just gives me more confidence in actually buying some of this dip and buying the stuff that I think is going to go up when it finally recalibrates. Because I think we're going to for this quarter just swing between memes and AI. That kind of seems like where we're going.
Yeah.
So we're saying that Trump just triggered a right curve, left curve transition back to right curve. Obviously, AI meme coins were the factor driving the overall crypto sell-off. What are we talking about?
Basically, Trump dropped his token. It was a tsunami. People were not expecting it, and we've had a whole week of aftershock. And like you can see in the trenches and the price action that like nobody trusts anyone. Everyone has a knife behind their back and has come to the trenches thinking you're gonna fuck me over. So price action has just been like up, down. Like literally, you couldn't go to the toilet for more than 2 minutes without your like token going to zero. And so the aftershocks are slowing down now. This weekend we saw more price action where tokens were actually able to hold and go over 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 million, reach 100. So this is what Kix is saying, is that everybody moved to meme coins, but we've moved so much in that direction. At some point we're going to swing back to AI as like the aftershock becomes smaller and more trust comes back into the market.
Yep. Summed it up better than I could. Nick listened to none of it. He's just staring into the corner.
In through one, out the other.
What did she say, Nick?
Give us a TLDR.
She was talking about the aftershock of the Trump token.
She said that like a minute and a half ago. That was literally the first thing she said. So what did she say at the end?
Sentence 3, paragraph 4. What was stated?
Yep. Sentence 3, paragraph 4.
Speaking of right curve plays, there have been a number of right curve plays that hit over the weekend. We saw stupid launch by Fred Krueger in what many people and Bitcoiners are calling as a stupid move in general. We saw FAFO launch on the back of a Donald Trump Truth Social post after imposing taxes on Colombia. We have seen a number of
Ray, I nuked my entire Trump bag after that FAFO situation.
Yeah.
Hey, can you walk us through the FAFO?
Basically what happened was FAFO was like F around, find out, and he posted on Truth Social that picture with that caption after talking to, who was it again, Ray? Which government entity? The Colombian.
So what happened was Colombia rejected 2 flights carrying like illegal immigrants back. And so Trump said we're going to impose a tariff on your country, 25%. Because of this, and then they kind of like caved, and Trump posted on Truth Social. He posted a picture of himself with FAFO in the background here with a little smiley
face. It's like a mob boss,
not just illegal immigrants, but like illegal immigrants with like attempted murder,
like criminals. Like there was actual crime. But then on top of this, the main thing that I was like thinking about was like, okay, if they're gonna send this to 90 million. they're going to keep doing this, and liquidity is going to keep cycling out of this Trump token. So
Wait,
like,
sorry.
for
If
me,
who's going to do this? No one just
if the
specified
market
fact
keeps launching tokens based on what he's posting on Truth Social, the attention for that is going to keep shifting. So my big concern was like the less he acknowledges it and the more beta plays that we see associated to Trump in any capacity is going to cause liquidity to cycle. So I was like, I'm going to look for elsewhere and allocate this capital somewhere else.
Basically,
And
you want to trade the new Trump memes than the old Trump memes.
yeah, because they'll move faster. You'll be able to recoup quicker versus bag hold. Like, don't get me wrong. I think eventually that Trump coin will move somewhere, but it's a matter of where
Probably
it
to
goes.
zero. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, so I'm like, why would I keep buying this thing and holding this if I don't think it's going to end up moving somewhere? Like, liquidity is going to go somewhere else and I'll find better returns elsewhere. So I ended up cutting that, re-adding to some other stuff. I bought MLG, I bought GoFundMe, and then I have a big bag of Jupe. And I was like, I think these will move much quicker towards the upside.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I still think that like Trump has room.
To go to zero.
It's going to depend on like I think it's like a beta to the overall cycle. But I do agree with you that we're going to see a number of like other Trump memes jump in, and we're going to see PvP on them. But I think it only takes like a couple of them, like 3 or 4, if we have them in like the next month, for people to realize, oh, well, these aren't that profitable. They're all pump and dump. They all probably pump to a smaller ceiling before going quickly down to the floor, if that makes sense.
I think it depends, right? Because FAPO wasn't launched by the Trump team. So like when it's not launched by them, liquidity cycles really quickly over. It was a pump.fun. But when there's tokens coming out from like their team, their group, affiliates, wives, cousins, or anything, the market won't like that because then they kind of see that as dilution on the original Trump. But I'm in Easy's camp here. I don't really like holding the Trump coin as it just kind of bleeds down, because you're just seeing anything that he says, everyone just jumps over to that. And we kind of saw it with Ross as well. Like, you know, everyone, including myself, I was like, oh, like Ross token is going to pump. And it did, but it didn't hold. It didn't stay up. And so what happened was you got like Ross who's freed, blah, 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 and all these other new tokens coming out. And that's where the liquidity cycled. So it makes me nervous to hold Trump. I'd rather just go into new stuff that comes out.
Yeah, because if you buy Trump, you're buying a meme coin where the dev is AFK for 4 years.
Yeah, it makes sense. We talked about stupid briefly.
You legally can't tweet about Trump while he's in office. That's the point.
Notorious Big Bull says, how big are raised Trump bags? I have 0 Trump right now. I've sold 100% of my Trump, but I do still think it could be the meme coin of this cycle. Kix, I wanted you to break down. We talked about it earlier, but like for anyone who doesn't know, like stupid and what happened with that story, like what happened with that coin? How did that launch? And like, how did that all play out? And what's the thesis there?
Yeah. So this guy named Fred Krueger, not Freddy Krueger, the serial killer movie guy, but this guy's a Bitcoin maxi. And like a couple days ago, maybe like sometime last week, after like Trump kind of green lighted anyone can launch a meme coin, he was like, maybe I'm going to launch a meme coin. And so on whatever Saturday morning or something like that, he launches a meme coin called Stupid. And it has a cute little stupid logo, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
So he launches Stupid. He has no fucking clue what he's doing. He accidentally burned some tokens. He was trying to send some to people, blah, 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 blah. It ends up going on a pretty nice run from like Easy got it in 200K. I got it at like 1.6 million. It goes on a pretty nice run.
I got in at 300K.
Dude, shout
Very
out
nice.
Clemente sharing the CA. Like, shout out Big C Dog
Big C.
sharing that CA. Because as soon as he did, I was like, this was the ultimate left-right curve test here, right? Like, this was very similar to the Trump left curve, right curve situation. Right curve, he backs it, he talks about it, it goes higher. Left curve, he nukes it, and everybody sends it and calls him stupid for the next 3 to 4 days. So, like, that was the thing. There was no middle curving this. It was like, either he nukes it and they pump the shit out of it to spite him, or he backs it and they pump the shit out of it because he's backing it. And granted, the guy did rug a coin literally 24 hours before this. So like that was like the middle curve. Oh, he rugged it. I'm not gonna buy his new one.
That was the FUD. Yeah. And
So
then
why are you so quiet today, man?
And then at the Pico bottom, he locked up his coins on like a 2-year lock vest.
I can explain why he's quiet. You want to know?
Is he hungover?
No, it's because you guys both speak at the same time, so it's impossible to get a word in edgewise.
Yo, Kicks, how you feeling today? I just got to take that
Phenomenal,
guy
dude.
Not doing it
What he
today.
doesn't understand is that you and I can multi-thread conversations. We can
Yeah,
talk
like
Yeah,
at
but
the
the
same time,
listeners,
back and forth, and listen and hear at the same time.
so. I
It-
talk about AI, and he talks about gaming, and all of a sudden
At
we
the same
converge
time, and it
everything.
mixes
It's in-
together. Everyone can hear it. Everyone can hear both.
no, they can't.
Yeah, because my mic's set to left ear and his mic's set to right ear, so you can
No.
hear
Both
different in
sides.
both ears. So obviously, you have a stupid old headset. It's over. It's too big for your head. You need to get a newer headset. Okay.
What?
Just you
What
and me,
is
man.
happening right now?
Just you and me, man. Hey,
You
sorry.
and
So, hey,
me,
let's
we're
talk,
meant
buddy.
to be
Let's talk. It's just
together.
us.
Is
I
Ray
love your
doing that?
Radium play. I love your Radium play. It's
Radio play
awesome.
is genius, bro.
It's
We're the
genius.
house.
It's
We're
the
the
house,
house.
dude. Got to be the house. I like your
Ray
GFM
thought-
play.
Got to bet the house. Got to bet the house.
Okay,
Yeah,
let
you
me
gotta
know
get
when
in
y'all want to
deep
be
on the house.
fucking serious. All right, fuck off.
He's gone.
Oh man, you guys so bad.
Sea Dog. Let's talk Sea Dog. Let's put Sea Dog
let's
on
talk
the big
Sea-Dog.
screen. Yo, how you feeling?
How you feeling? See, you're muted, dude.
You're muted. That's how bad this is going for the kid. He's completely muted.
No, dude. Here's the thing: you get in the trenches too deep, it kind of drains you a little bit. Like look, he has like a little thing under his eye. He has like a little stress wrinkle under his eye.
No, I actually did. I didn't trench. I trenched hard. I went hard.
I was
Friday.
gonna say, if you were about to say you didn't trench, I saw you do an 8-hour session.
Woo!
An 8-hour locked-in sesh.
Woo!
I trenched hard on Friday. I trenched hard on Saturday. I actually did pretty well. And then Sunday I took the day off. I got some bottomless mimosas. I did some bowling, dude. I was
Did you go with the
Bowling?
boys for bottomless mimosas, or did you go with a boot thing?
Yeah.
The boot thing. Okay.
You did bowling?
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd you bowl?
pretty well, dude. I got a new thing that I do two hands.
Yeah, and put a little spin on it.
Yeah.
Little curve.
Yeah. So we're good. No, I'm doing well, dude. I think we I have zero expertise to offer on this AI stuff. So I've just been listening. What I am curious on is if you look over at the meme coins, what dip you are most interested in buying. I mean, we saw FartCoin get all the way down to
Went sub 1.
yeah, it went to 85 cents was the bottom. I don't know how people do it, like actually hold like 6 figures of a meme coin. Like it go hard. There's people that have like 500K in unicorn fart dust and are just like, yeah. I'm just gonna, and like it's insane. I have like 6K or something in FartCoin, and I'm like, this doesn't feel good.
Yeah, I'm trying to train myself. I'm actually using stupid coin to train myself on that. Like, how do you just handle the crazy ups and down swings, right? And just like stomach it. I'm trying to like kind of rewire my brain patterns. And I think you just have to not care. Yeah. I know that sounds obvious or weird, but you just have to not care. And you just have to think like, I'm going for the Valhalla play on this one.
Boom, flipped goat today.
Boom,
That's how
flip.
bad things are in the meme coin.
But it's like a downward flip, right?
yeah.
It's like someone like blowing out their knee so you beat them in the race, but it's not because you're faster than them.
Yeah. Pretty bad.
Goat's just down only because Goat is a very vulgar meme. Farts are funny. Anyone that lived in the 90s knows that the Goat meme's not funny. It was a forced narrative. It has nothing to do with AI. It doesn't, and it got flipped by Fart, and it got flipped by Fart to the tune of 5x, and it's never coming back.
You don't think it's coming back?
What does coming back mean? Like, can it move up when everything else moves up? Yes. Is anybody out there like, man, Goat to $1 billion? Probably someone's buying it, but I don't think so.
I mean, this thing has fallen below the 786 at this point in terms of retrace, which is wild.
Dude, I don't want
No
this shit.
Yeah,
No,
no
I mean,
one's talking
it's-
about a
it's-
goat strategy. Everyone's talking about their fart strategy and their fart portfolios and fart DAOs.
Yeah.
Like,
I
that's
thought
the
this is the
narrative.
bottom. We're going to continue to go down. I kind of want to buy again. Like I did this on the show last time. It's like I feel like Goat is at some point going to turn around.
You sound like Thread Guy.
I guess.
Do you think it's going to turn around, or do you want it to turn around?
I think it's going to turn around. I don't
Why
necessarily
is it going
want
to turn around? Who are the new buyers coming in to buy Goatsy Maximus, which is a vulgar, nasty website?
Derogatory.
Dude.
Provocative.
Can I do a little? Can we do a quick little segment?
Sure.
Yeah.
Keep or dump
Mm,
on my meme coin bags.
yeah.
All right. So keep or dump Mog.
Keep.
I wouldn't. I
Keep.
wouldn't dump this low. Yeah. Sell
Okay.
it when
Keep.
it goes back to $1 billion.
Keep Mog. Okay. Keep or dump Pepe.
Keep.
Dump.
Keep.
Dump. Ray with the dump. Okay. Keep or dump Bonk.
Dump.
Keep.
Keep.
Okay. Easy.
He legally can't say.
Keep.
Okay. Keep or dump D God.
Dump.
Is it the
Okay,
token?
so call me crazy. I think you keep it and pray for the Frank $1 million buy just to like throw some shekels at the community.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Okay.
Dump.
Keep put a limit sell like well above above the floor.
Exactly. So
Can-
people.
Can you not hear me on the spaces? Clearly not, because that's not set up properly from Ray. That's the first problem. That
No,
we're dealing
you
with.
took
The
yourself
sec-
off the screen, coward.
I'm on the stage. The second thing that I wanted to say here is that but you can't hear it because Ray hasn't configured it properly. The second thing that I was going to say here is you're just saying keep or dump. That's not interesting. What we want to hear is when Ray says dump, why did he say dump? Right? Because otherwise this whole game is fucking stupid.
Nick,
know, it's
it would
not
take
really
like
context.
10 minutes for all of us to say keep or dump, dude. And guess what? It was Clemente's game. He made the rules.
Nick,
Just-
the protocol
if
is you
you-
don't speak on spaces, you mute on spaces, and you talk in the room.
The fucking in the rule books.
It's
Otherwise, I'm gonna be able to hear everyone talking through spaces and also through StreamYard. So it doesn't work like that,
The
Nick.
fucking sound loop. Everyone's ears will hurt.
so okay. Well, that's actually not the protocol, Ray, but Ray Ray created it arbitrarily. The thing I was going to say is,
No,
you're
Clemente's muted again.
if you're the outlier, stand your ground and state your position. Ray was the outlier on Pepe. Explain yourself.
Yeah, I think Pepe dumps. I think it was last cycle's meme at this point. I think it's going to continue to grind down. I don't think it's going to give you the risk-adjusted return that some other players could give you.
Got it. Okay. And for the people in the comments that are just saying keep or dump, say which one you're saying it for. Next one, Jupiter.
Keep.
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 Fuck that. Buy more.
Are you even questioning
What?
this right now, Clemente? Jupiter, the gold standard of
Look at
Solana
this
at
fucking
this
idiot.
moment.
Look at this dumbass.
What are you even
Who's
talking about?
messing with
dude?
my
He was
stream?
talking about Clemente, Nick. Don't be self-conscious.
It's not a meme coin. Clemente
Okay,
looks
fine.
sad right now. I didn't mean to make you sad, dude.
Well, you ruined his segment.
We'll
You just
keep
dropped
going.
a bomb on his segment.
Pretty much.
All right.
You got
All right,
another
I'm
one?
gonna go back to making my tea.
Last one. AI16Z.
AI16Z is a rug.
All right, so AI16Z for
MIPP
reference.
small.
What's that currently at?
AI16Z at 740 mil.
Woo, that's low, man. I lost some money on that one.
The video, they let us buy it at $1, so now we're at 75 cents.
Shit.
You're saying?
Shit.
750 mil AI16Z. So like the bull thesis is like
Put some
open
Fibonacci's
AI.
on that guy. Let's see where that is at on the Fibonacci.
Maybe hold that for another week, see what happens with this AI play, and then make a call. 'Cause
By
I
the
could see
way,
a world where-
Ray, on your you did Fibonacci's on Goat. You should never do it off the wicks. Do it off the thick ass bars. But yeah, I mean, it looks like AI16Z could go to 500 million for the 786. That'd be a nice long there if it goes all the way down there.
Good to know. Okay. And last one, Pangu. Pangu.
Abstracts today. Keep.
Okay. All right. I mean, yeah, Pangu is pretty much it is down 15% on the day. Yeah, I mean,
Here's my thing. And
I
see, I
did.
learned this on AI16Z. I think your risk return buying anything over $1 billion that's a meme coin is not great. It's just not great. I think just a lot of things that are going to be in the $1 to $10 billion range. Ray said it as his bear case or his dump case for Pepe. It's like, even if you buy it at $5 billion, what are you looking for? Like a 2x, right? Like, it's a lot better to be buying things sub 500 million, you know, in the game that we're playing. So that's why even like Pangu, I held it for a bit, my airdrop. And then I started taking profits because I was just like, you know what? I like Pangu. I think it's a great meme. People in text messages send me Pangu memes all the time. But also, this thing's fucking heavy. It weighs $2 billion. You know, it's a heavy ass fucking bird. It's a chunky ass, thick ass, real thick ass bird flapping.
Big bird.
Okay.
Trying to get up in the
Big
sky,
bird.
trying to flap his way up to another couple billion.
So Kicks, though, the only thing is on the Ethereum side of things, when ETH does eventually pump, because I think it will, memes on that side will go up, right? And I think Pepe will be the one who is leading. Now, I understand like what you're saying, that it's such a heavy frog that it'll be really hard to get like a good 2x. But if you're not buying Pepe, you kind of want to buy something maybe like Mog. I think it's good to have Clemente, I think it's good to have a meme coin play, thinking about when ETH goes up, what do people rotate to?
Yeah, I like that theory. Once again, I'm not saying it's not a great trade. I'm just saying, I think depending on where, nice thumbs up, Nick, depending on where you are in your journey of your portfolio, what kind of returns you're looking for. I'm just saying that, like, I think the $1 to $10 billion range in general for memes is like a trap, graveyard. I do think Pepe is the strongest, and it's just a great internet meme. It's always been a great internet meme. It's probably one of the best, most historical, well-known memes there's ever been. You know, like, a lot of people seen the Pepe frog, maybe even more than they've seen a Doge meme, you know? So I don't think Pepe is a bad trade. I'm just saying more when I generally look at meme coins like Peanut, right? There's a lot of meme coins that you get up to over $1 billion, and that's all she wrote. Because just the weight, the amount of money you need to take something from $1 billion to 10 billion is a fucking lot of money, you know, to absorb the sellers and just make it go up. Even if you turned off all selling on the coin, the amount of buying you need for it to go to $1 billion to 10 billion, that's a decent, chunk of change.
There is a lot of FUD. Clemente selling his bags, looking for what to drop as the market capitulates, is hilarious. We should be looking for what's strong and doubling down on those. If you were holding them, if you were holding them, and the market collapsed, Clemente, this is not the time. You don't look on what to sell as everything implodes. You should have sold it when you were up and you didn't have conviction.
Buy low, sell high, right? You gotta buy it.
Exactly.
Sell it, and you sell it when it's high.
Abraham Lincoln once said.
Yeah. After shopping the log down,
if you're suddenly
be greedy when others are fearful, be fearful when Nick O'Neill's screaming.
Yes.
If you're suddenly losing conviction, why? Why did you lose conviction all of a sudden? Write those notes down. Write your emotions down and wait for them to pump again. Get out of them and just touch your insides. You know?
What do you mean by that?
Touch your insides.
Like your feelings.
Today that we
Your
should maybe size
feelings.
USDC, DAI, USDE, USDB, all about even on the day while everything's dumping. So those are looking
stable,
strong.
very stable. Clemente, sometimes you need to go out and look at the stars. Last night I went and looked at the stars. I'm pretty sure I saw Mars. It was a yellow looking star. It was a yellow orangey. And that just resets you a little bit. And you say, like, what are we in the greater cosmos? You know, go read the 3-body problem, specifically book 3, which is just absolutely phenomenal. And you realize how big we are, how small we are in this big space, right? And the fact that if you know the dark forest theory, there's probably lots of alien civilizations out there, but they're all hiding because you want to hide in a dark forest. And then you want to think about how you can apply that to crypto, right? Which is we're operating in a dark forest, right? And you need to be stealthy, right? And you need to stealthily navigate your way through this and not let the misinformation from other alien civilizations that want to annihilate you with a photoid going at the speed of light, right? You want to be stealthy, okay? But you also don't want to be fearful. You don't want to be like the people in there that want to give up on the human race. You want to be strong with your bags, Clemente, okay? But you want to move in stealth.
Did that clear things up for you, Clemente? Are you feeling better?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, there wasn't too much that has shown.
Is a rug.
We saw Jupiter on the base meme coin side. We did see strength out of base meme coins yesterday before a pullback. The only base meme coin right now that's green on the day is Ski Mask Dog, of course. But we did see Toshi close in on 1 billion.
Pull up to the crib in a ski mask. I'll pull up to your crib in a ski mask. Dude, that's owned by a congressman of the United States Senate.
We saw strength out of MLG yesterday, up 75% in the 24-hour.
Also rallying back right now after yesterday's sell-off. Almost wicking past its previous high.
Nice 2x off of Aiden Rose.
Aiden Ross Bossum?
That's speculation.
On the speculation of him buying.
So this is basically the best proxy play to the LA Vape Cabal, MLG coin.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's
but
like
this
Bank's
is
biggest
more.
bag.
This is more the Twitch streaming play, is what I would argue. This is the Twitch streamer play. Another guy, poor guy. He looks great. He looks like he's just trying to find a girlfriend in life. Has a couple thousand live viewers at a time on Twitch. He called FaZe Banks and asked for good meme coin plays.
Oh,
FaZe
FaZe
Banks
Lacey.
just hung up on him. Yeah.
He's talking about
He said
Lacey.
Yeah, Lacey. Yeah. I like
Saw
the
that
kid.
clip.
He's just trying to find a
listen.
girlfriend, trying to find happiness.
Also, we just got some bullish news for XRP. Ripple secures money transmitter licenses in New York and Texas.
Woo, man. You know, a little
XRP doing the
barbell,
XRP
left
thing.
wing, right wing, you know, get both of them.
XRP doing the damn thing. I'll tell you what.
Is XRP gonna be like the best major, like quote unquote major to hold through the cycle at this point?
Probably.
It's just funny because I don't know how, like, I feel like CT in general just doesn't have the level of exposure to XRP that, like,
No,
makes
not at
up.
all. And here's the thing, right? You want to buy things that people will just never sell. They like PO with Bitcoin. But for every PO with Bitcoin, there's 100 guys with XRP. Like I went on a bachelor party with a guy in XRP. And he said, "You're in crypto?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm in crypto." And he's like, "What do you own?" And I listed off all the things. And I said, "What do you own?" XRP. It's the only thing that he's owned. He's owned it since college. He's now 27. And
I want to share a little quick story here, Kicks. And
is it about the three body problem?
No,
Have
it's
you
not.
read that?
What I want to show you is this current candle that we're on.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that candle. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I can even
Looks like a
expand it
hammer.
little bit.
Looks like a hammer, right?
Hammer candle. That usually
Daddy likes.
is a very good thing. Let's take a look at some other hammer candles, shall we?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like that one right there.
Hammer candle. What
Don't
did
look at
we
the one
see
at the top.
right after
Or is
that?
that not a hammer candle?
Let's look at another hammer candle, shall we?
Show me another hammer candle, Nick.
Whoops. Hold on 1 second.
What are you doing? Go show me another one.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a big hammer.
For those just
Oh my
listening, Nick is
God.
showing hammers to Kicks right now.
Okay, Kicks, stop. I'm not showing it to Kicks. Stand by 1 second.
Look at how big that hammer is.
Okay, dude.
We are looking at candles that have wicks well below their closes, and the bodies are at the top.
If I could be frank, that looks like Thor's hammer.
Okay, dude. Let's take
Nordic
a look
god.
at some of these other ones. They're all followed by massive rallies.
Massive.
Okay, dude, we got the joke.
You can keep going.
Are there ever green hammers or just
Okay, dude. Man.
show me the earliest hammer on this chart? Where did it start?
Excuse me.
Is that a hammer?
That is a hammer. I don't like that one,
Why not?
but it's not a bad one
It looks
because
pretty nice to me.
eventually it goes back up.
Oh, the comment. Nose tape.
Does only Solana have good hammers?
Look
Ooh,
at this
that's
hammer.
a really good hammer.
Look at this hammer.
That's a Pico bottom hammer. Easy bought that hammer on live stream.
So
What was the price of Solana there?
$8.
$10.
$8. It went as low as lowest wick $8.
Wow.
And according to Easy, 100% of his Solana was literally bought at the bottom of that wick, $8.
No, it was 1041 was what I bought 10 grand at. It says
He
in
bought
the
the top
screenshot.
of the hammer.
But you see my point?
Mm-hmm.
If you can, okay, dude.
You've got
You gotta
Nick
stop
questioning a lot of things
You
right
gotta stop
now.
asking Kicks for for questions. He's gonna keep doing it.
Did Bitcoin hammer today?
Okay, stop, dude.
Okay, I'll stop.
Let's take a look at Bitcoin.
There's
Oh, that's a
880 people in this
juicy
space
hammer.
listening
Can
to
you zoom
me.
in on that hammer?
Kicks his hammer. Literally the most people we've had in
Look at-
spaces.
Look at the hammer.
Oh my god, that's so thin. Such a thin hammer. I like them when
Okay,
they're
dude.
thicker. I like the thicker hammers
Okay.
and longer ones. That
Here's
one's
the
a thick
hammer.
and long one. Show me another hammer on Bitcoin.
Shut the hell up. Dude, we got the joke.
Did you?
I did.
All right, Nick. So what's your like target then? So say this is a hammer and we do see a violent run to the upside.
Look at
What's
this
the-
hammer.
That's a really chody hammer.
Okay, that would be an option for the words used. My take is, hold on, I'm about to draw out where we go from
There's
here.
a
Wow,
A lot of
this
blue
chart has
lines
a
on
lot
here.
of
It's
lines.
hard to
What
see
is
the
going on
hammers.
there? What is going on there? I guess I'd never deleted the old ones. I'm operating in this lane, so this is where you end up seeing the Head and Shoulders. Did not realize we did break out of this, which then sent us up. We got a little retest down to this bad boy and bounce off of it. So I still have this line drawn.
Nick, can you read off numbers for those lines for those just listening? We have like 1,500 people listening to you, just saying bounce off this, run to this. And if you are listening, you can watch this on YouTube.
150,000
Okay, that's your
So-
target.
for Bitcoin. Here's the main thing, which I was actually concerned about, which is a bigger issue here. The line is 106, 107 is where this line is that I'm watching. We weren't able to get a break off of that. We then saw a fierce rejection, absolutely fierce. And now we're attempting to go back. We need to just, all I want to see is a close above this. If we can get anything like this and a retest, I think we absolutely send. That's what I would be looking for here. So what's the next stop? I'm looking for next stop, choo-choo, 110, and then a fast race up from there. I mean, this could go very high after that.
How high?
150K.
The only reason it's viewed as funny is because Signal's laughing right now, Kick. So you're
I'm dying over
literally
here.
you and it's literally you and Signal.
No, but do you know why I'm laughing so much? It's because you love making PO so uncomfortable on any subject of sex, and he gets so uncomfortable. And now Kix is able to do it to you, and not many people can do it to you. So I'm just your reaction, Nick, right now.
I'm not.
Oh,
That's
have
me.
the
I'm
turns
dying.
tabled.
I'm dying. Exactly. The tables.
I'm not feeling uncomfortable. I'm
think you
more
are.
thinking about no, it's nothing about that. It
you
has more
sure?
to do with the fact of
How many hammers
What-
will we get up to
what
150?
quality audio we're getting.
It's a good
off of
mic,
this.
isn't it? It's a very hammer-looking mic, isn't it?
Okay. Okay.
All right, that's going to do it for today's show. We've been going on for about 70 minutes now. It's been a wonderful Monday.
Bitcoin to 150!
You can catch our podcast on all major podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple. Watch us back on YouTube Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Thank you all for listening. Have a wonderful start to your week on this Monday.